My wedding photographer deleted all our photos after my husband's best man revealed our secret. I hired Emma, a rising photographer in our city, for our wedding last June. Her portfolio was stunning, intimate moments captured with perfect lighting, genuine emotions frozen in time, worth every penny of her $3,500 fee. The wedding day went perfectly. Emma blended into the background, capturing everything from my nervous champagne toast with bridesmaids to my father's tears when he first saw me in my dress for 8 hours. She documented what should have been the happiest day of our lives. Then came the reception, and my husband Michael's best man, Jake, got drunk. During his speech, Jake raised his glass with a sloppy grin. To Michael and Rebecca, who would have thought a harmless little affair during your engagement would lead to this beautiful day. The room went silent. My mother-in-law gasped. Michael's face drained of color. Jake, oblivious to the bomb he dropped, continued, "I mean, when Michael called me crying that night, saying he'd slept with Rebecca's sister during their engagement party weekend, I told him to come clean. But look at you now, purned all forgiven and forgotten. It wasn't forgiven. It wasn't forgotten. It wasn't even known." I looked at my sister Alessia, who was staring at her plate, tears streaming down her face. The confirmation I didn't want what followed was chaos. I ran out. Michael followed. Families took sides. The perfect wedding disintegrated into screaming matches and tears. Through it all, Emma kept taking photos. I barely noticed her capturing my messier, streaked face as I confronted Michael in the hallway, or my sister's breakdown in the bathroom, or my mother physically restraining my father from attacking my new husband. 3 days later, still reeling from discovering my husband and sister's betrayal, I received an email from Emma. "Rebecca, I've been wrestling with a professional dilemma since your wedding. While I am contractually obligated to deliver your photos, I cannot in good conscience provide images of a marriage founded on such deception. As someone who was cheated on by my fiancé and best friend last year, I cannot be part of memorializing what I witnessed. Your full payment has been refunded. The photos have been deleted. I sincerely hope you find the strength to make decisions based on truth rather than appearances." Emma, I was stunned. Not only had my marriage imploded, but now the only evidence that the wedding had happened at all was gone. No first dance, no cake cutting, no father-daughter dance that had meant everything to my dad. I called Emma immediately, oscillating between rage and pleading. "Those weren't just photos of my marriage," I cried. "They were photos of my father seeing me as a bride, of my grandmother who might not be here next year. You had no right." "You are right," she said quietly, "which is why I didn't delete them." She explained that she'd kept the photos of family moments, the ceremony, the parent dances, everything except images that specifically celebrated the relationship between Michael and me. "I have 64 beautiful photos of you with your parents, your grandparents, your friends, the getting ready moments, the tears in your dad's eyes, but I won't deliver photos celebrating a union that began with such betrayal. That's my ethical line." I was silent for a long moment. "Can I see them?" I finally asked. The next day, Emma showed me the photos she'd saved. They were stunning not the perfect wedding album I'd imagined, but something more valuable. A record of the love that remained true that day. Yesterday, 6 months later, I signed my divorce papers. On my desk sat a small album Emma had created, titled "The Love That Remains." Amplified were those 64 photos of the people who stood by me both on my wedding day and through what came after. Sometimes the most precious memories aren't the ones we plan to preserve, but the ones that show us who truly stands beside us when everything falls apart.